The day you kill your fear, the world stops controlling you. They say fear protects you, keeps you alive, keeps you safe, but what they never tell you is this. Fear also chains you. It makes you hesitate. It makes you obey. It makes you kneel to things that were never greater than you, only louder. This story isn't about courage. It's about a man who didn't know he was living inside a cage until the day he finally saw the bars. His name was Adrian. To the world, he was quiet, calm, obedient, a man who never questioned, never resisted, never stepped out of line. People said I was well-behaved, but Adrian knew the truth. He wasn't well-behaved, he was scared. Scared of disappointing others, scared of being rejected, scared of not being enough, scared of being seen. Fear had become his identity. It started in small ways, not speaking up when something bothered him, forcing a smile when he wanted to scream, letting people walk over him because saying no felt violent, apologizing for existing. Fear doesn't control you at once. It trains you slowly, like a shadow that learns your footsteps until it knows where to stand to block your light. And Adrian accepted it. For years, until the night everything changed. He was walking home, head down, lost in thoughts that didn't belong to him. What if they get angry? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if everyone leaves? Fear had been whispering these words for so long, he didn't even recognize that they weren't his own voice anymore. But then, something unexpected happened. As he passed under a broken streetlight, he heard a soft voice behind him. Why do you walk like you're waiting to be punished? He stopped cold, his breath froze. He turned around and saw a woman standing in the shadows, calm, still, watching him like she could see straight through his skin. Her name was Mara. She wasn't a stranger. She was someone who once mattered, someone who once understood him, someone who had vanished years ago without a goodbye. What do you want? Adrian whispered. She stepped closer, black coat flowing like smoke behind her. I want to show you what's killing you, she said. And it's not your life, it's your fear. Adrian felt his pulse spike. Fear keeps me safe, he'd muttered. No, she said, fear keeps you small. Her words pierced deeper than he expected. You walk like a man waiting for permission, she continued. You speak like someone who expects to be ignored. You breathe like you're apologizing for taking air. He wanted to deny it, but he couldn't. She studied him silently for a moment before she said the sentence that changed everything. The world only controls the people who fear it. Adrian swallowed hard. What does that mean? It means your life isn't yours, she whispered. It belongs to every person who scares you, every situation you avoid, every thought that tells you you're weak. He felt something tighten inside him. You think fear is a shield, she said, but fear is a leash. And the worst part? You're the one holding it. Adrian felt the words in his bones. He didn't respond. He couldn't. Mara stepped closer. Tell me something, she whispered. When was the last time you did something without overthinking it? Without asking for permission? Without imagining the worst? He opened his mouth. Nothing came out. She smiled sadly. That's what I thought. The truth hurt more than anything. You're not living, she said. You're surviving on fear that doesn't even belong to you. He looked away. His throat burned. Adrian, she said softly, do you want to know when your life will finally be yours? He lifted his eyes slowly. When, he whispered. When you kill your fear. Her voice was quiet, but it hit him like a thunderstorm. People don't control you, she said. Your fear of this memories don't control you. Your fear of repeating them does. The future doesn't control you. Your fear of failing does. She leaned in slightly. And the moment that fear dies, the world loses all its power over you. Silence hung between them, heavy and electric. Then she did something unexpected. She took his hand and placed it over his own chest. Feel that? She whispered. That's your life, your rhythm, your truth, not your fears. His heartbeat was fast, frantic. terrified. "That's not fear fighting you," she said. "That's fear dying." Adrian's breath shuddered. He looked at her, really looked at her. She didn't look like someone trying to save him. She looked like someone who had been where he was and refused to let him drown the way she once did. "How do I kill it?" he asked finally. Mara stepped back, eyes burning like coal of fire. "You kill fear," she said, "by doing the things fear forbids. You speak when your mind tells you to stay quiet. You walk away when fear tells you to obey. You take the step fear says you are not ready for. You choose yourself even when your doubt screams louder. You kill fear by refusing to kneel to it." Adrian felt something shift inside him, like a door opening that he didn't know was locked. "Fear is loud," she said, "but freedom is louder." The wind shifted, the streetlight flickered. Mara turned to leave. "Wait," Adrian said. "Why are you helping me?" She paused, didn't look back. "Because no one ever helped me," she whispered. "And I know exactly how it feels to be controlled by a world that shouldn't have that power." And then she disappeared into the night. But something stayed behind, something he hadn't felt in years. Not courage, not strength, choice. For the first time, Adrian felt the possibility of a life where he didn't belong to fear, a life where he wasn't controlled by people, by memories, by expectations, by the world. A life where he controlled himself. Over the next days, everything changed, not because the world changed, but because he did. He said no to things he hated. He said yes to things that scared him. He stopped apologizing for existing, stopped shrinking himself to keep others comfortable, stopped letting fear speak louder than his truth. Every small act was a knife cutting through the ropes fear had tied around him, and with every cut, the world lost another piece of its control over him. One morning, Adrian looked in the mirror and realized something unbelievable. He didn't look scared anymore. He looked alive. Because once you kill your fear, the world stops being your master. It stops being your prison. It stops being the thing you run from. It becomes something else entirely, something you can walk through without trembling. Freedom doesn't begin with courage. Freedom begins the moment fear dies. And that was the day Adrian finally began to live.